So we're looking at inverse functions. So our first question, function x to the power 5 and the function g of x which is x to the 5th, are they inverse functions? So to show that they are, we would need to show that the composite function, so we're going to show that f of g of x is equal to x and g of f of x is also equal to x. So what we're going to do, the first one, so we've got f g of x is equal to, so we're going to take the function, the x5 function, and then instead of x, we're going to write the g function. So we'll have x to the 5th, which is the g function, raised to the power of 5, which is the f function. So remember, this here is the function f of x with replaced x with the g of x value. So we need to do the same. So we'll simplify this first, do the same over the other side. So x, if we multiply, is 5 to the 5, which is just x to the power 1, which is just x. So f g of x is equal to x. So let's have a look at the other one. So g of f of x, is that equal to x? So what we're going to do, look at the function g of x, which is we have in blue, and we're going to replace the x with the f of x. So we've got x to the 5, and then this is going to be, so this is the yellow, and we're going to replace this, and this is at to the power of a 5th, which is the g of x function. So now if we simplify, x to the 5 over 5, which is x to the 1, which is x. So g of f of x is also equal to x. So as both functions, so both f of g of x and g of f of x both equal x, then f of x and g of x are inverse functions. Okay, question 2. So we have two functions, 4x cubed and a quarter x to the power of the 3rd, and we need to show that they are inverse functions. So we're going to take f of g of x and, we're going to show that this is equal to x and that g of f of x is also equal to x. So let's take the first one. F g of x is equal to, so we have the function that we're going to take, 4x cubed, and instead of the x, we're going to write a quarter x to the 3rd. So we've got 4, and then we've got a quarter x, and the x is to the 3rd. And we're going to put this in brackets because this is going to be cubed from here. So now we need to multiply this out. So 4 multiplied by a quarter is 1, and x to the 3 over 3, which is 1, and we just write this as x. So we can say f of g of x is equal to x. So if we look at the other side, so we've got g of f of x. This is equal to, and we're going to take the function for g of x, which is our function here, and this is a quarter. Instead of x, we're going to write our function here. So we're going to have 4x cubed, and the x is going to be to the power of a third. So now we need to multiply this out. So we're going to have g of f of x is equal to 4 over 4, which is 1, x, so 3 over 3, which is going to be x to the 1, which is just x. So g of f of x is equal to x, and f of g of x is also equal to x. So they are inverse. Well, let's just write this properly. So f of x, 4x to the cubed, and a quarter x to the third are inverse functions. Okay, so question 3. So if we look at this, we need to show that these functions are inverse functions. So if we take f of g of x, and then if we take our function of f of x, and instead of x, we will write our function of g of x. So this is going to be 2, and then we're going to write 3, so x minus 1, 2, and the x, so this is going to be cubed. So then we're going to have this value cubed. So this is going to be cubed. And then we're going to add 1. So if we just simplify this, the cubed root and cubed are going to simplify. So they're gone. So then we're going to have 2 multiplied by, so I'm going to put this in brackets, x minus 1 over 2 plus 1. Cancel our 2's. So we've got x minus 1 plus 1. These will cancel and we're left with just x. So now we need to do it the other way round. So we're going to have g of f of x is equal to, and we need to take the function of g of x, which is going to be the cubed root. And instead of x, we need to write 2x cubed plus 1. Then this is going to be minus 1 all over 2. Okay, so let's simplify this this function. So we got the cubed root, and then inside we have 2x cubed over 2 plus a half minus a half. So a half minus a half, that will cancel. A 2 divided by 2 will also simplify, so we're left with 3 root, let's write that properly, the cubed root of x cubed. So the cubes cancel, so we're just left with x. So f of x equals 2x cubed plus 1, and g of x equals the cube root of x minus 1 over 2 are inverse functions. Okay, and if we put those functions into Desmos, we can see that they are inverses. And the y equals x is our line. So we can make that is our line of reflection.